My husband went to check one house. I told me that the kitchen is in the room. Ow. Like every time I just want to imagine. I want to understand who puts a kitchen in the room. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to the family. I'm so glad. We are so happy to have you here. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back. God bless you. Please don't leave the family. Just let our love keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Yeah. Okay, so today this video is like a gist kind of, but I would really appreciate if you can like pick the advice in between the gist. So I'll be talking about how our accommodation for people that know, okay, I just got married like in last year, and it wasn't even like I knew, or we both knew, like both me and my husband both knew that we were going to get married that soon. Like it just happened so fast and everything like that. So I am so sure if it was like a relationship that we spoke like, oh, okay, a year from now we'll get married, or 2 years from now we'll get married, but that was not the case. Like it just felt like God was actually like rushing us for the whole marriage season, and we just have to like go with the flow, because once God asks that move, we move. So that was what happened. So we didn't really have like so much time to like plan or save towards accommodation and all that. So everything just happened like rush, 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 rush. We didn't have enough time to like look for the house and everything. So there were so many dramas in between getting a place of our own. Just get yourself your popcorn, your chin chin, your chips, anything, anything, and just sit down as I give you this gist. And like I said, pick the advice in the gist. So the fact that we decided looking for house like around like when we started looking for a house, like seriously was like around maybe September. Yes, like to be honest, we didn't even know that it would be that hard to like get an apartment in this Lagos. My God, like we actually didn't know that it would be so hard. We didn't know. If somebody had told us, probably we would have started like earlier, because we're like, if you're able to get. And another shocker that we also received was that we didn't know that houses would be so expensive. Like houses were so expensive, and I don't know how much houses will cost now, but this is what I'm talking about. It's just like last year ending, houses were so expensive. Like I was like, what's going on? I know the thing that was even shocking. When you now go and check these places, you'll be like, are you serious? Like you are calling this house, like this house, so price. Like the prices were not matching with the facility of the house. Like they were not just matching, they were not just aligning. I can remember there was this house I went to check. That house, it wasn't like it was that POP, like at least where we are seeing now is like POP and all that. It didn't have POP, it was not somehow ceiling. The kitchen didn't have cabinet, it was only zinc. To be honest, like the rooms didn't have wardrobe, and you guys are saying we should pay 350. And are you serious? Like, are you serious? I just feel like at that point, house owners knew that, oh, there was this hike in price of houses, and everybody wanted to take advantage of it. Either your facility matches the price or not, but you know that, oh, people want to get the house, and they will just. And I'm like, are you serious? And to be honest, that this particular house was dirty. The people that used the house, like the walls were dirty. There were nails like holes everywhere. So it feels that they hang a lot of things, and there were a lot of holes. So if you want to take it, you need to like use cement to plaster the whole walls and all that. Like the house was a mess. And he said we should bring 350, and I'm like, like, are you serious? Like, so one thing I'm going to say is when you're getting an apartment, regardless of the pressure or how quick you want to like move your things just to like get through, or just like get a place, because cleaning and all that too is another story. Don't rush and get a place that you will regret. If you are going to get a house, you need to get a place that you know that's your home. That is where you want to start your life. You don't want to get a place that every day there's something to complain about. You are hungry eventually after getting the place that you got it. So regardless of the pressure or how much you want to like settle that part, because in between wedding preparation were going on, and we really wanted to settle the accommodation stuff. I would not lie, it was emotionally, financially. When I say financially draining, I would, once I mentioned on my everything, now I'm going to explain why I say financially draining. Like this Nigeria, it was emotionally draining, financially draining, physically draining, mentally draining, everything draining because it was a lot. There was even a time that we actually like we left the house, room was not funny. We were just like, let's just go. Let's just go out and look for an apartment. Then we walked. The way we walked that day, ha, we walked, we walked, we walked, we walked. We didn't get a place, but eventually we saw a place. That one, another story again. Oh my so God. The story of the financial aspect I want to talk about is that Nigerian agents, like I'm going to call you out, and any other person that can join me in calling them out, please. Like you guys will collect commission and agreement that is almost worth like half of the rent. It doesn't make sense to me. Like I can't understand. Like why? Like why will commission and agreement be 150? You don't take a house of maybe like a house of 300, 350, and you're already paying commission and agreement of 150. Like let it make sense. Like doesn't make any sense. What are we committing? What are we agreeing on? Like doesn't make any sense, and you still collect damages that probably you will not even repair anything or nothing will spoil until we leave the house, and most of them don't even end up returning the damages. Like there's just so much scam and so much people without integrity doing this agent stuff. And it is very, very annoying. I was very angry during this period when we were looking for a house because even when they want to take you to a place, they'll tell you that you pay their fare. Please, what is the agreement and commission about? I feel like the transportation and everything should be inside that money because to be honest, why? I remember there was a time my sisters and I wanted to get a place before I got married. And went to check this house. This man came all the way from Ikeja. We ended up not taking the house. This man came all the way from Ikeja to Ikorodu to like check to make us check the house we wanted to take. We were even thinking we were going to give him money for. He said no, that it's already in his commission and agreement. To be honest, that is how it's supposed to be. Because why will you take me to? And the annoying thing is, you tell them that oh, we want a house, two toilets, probably you want to take like a room and parlor, um, a room and parlor self-contained. You tell them, oh, we want two toilets, so that the visitors don't even have business with your own private toilet. You want toilets, you want kitchen, cabinets and all that in the kitchen, wardrobe in the room and all that. Like you will tell these people, and they'll be nodding yes. They will take you to 6 places that does not have does not correspond with what you just told them, and you are paying their fare. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. Like, to be honest, I want to know what's the commission and agreement about. And one thing again I noticed is that when one agent link another agent, like you might be linked to like 5 different agents. So I think that's the reason why they take that exaggerating amount of money from people. And that is so unfair. Like it is so unfair. Really unfair. That's theft, like that's stealing, that's scamming people. Is a lot. Like, why would you say agreement 50K? And they don't use to blink when they're saying it. If someone tells you they want so house, can you be a man or woman of integrity and give them what they want? They'll pay for your bike. Some of you will be sense to ask them for money for pure water and snacks. Like, are you serious? And to be honest, it just feels like they don't usually think about the people that are involved in this thing. To be honest, like that moment for me and my husband was very, very draining. I'm serious. Like we were stressed. It was like disappointment upon disappointment. There were times when it felt like, oh, we've seen the house. Yeah, this is the house. And there was even a time like it felt like we almost got scammed. We almost got scammed. And seriously, like Nigerian agents, like before you see honest ones, like I don't swear it. To be honest, and this is not even me trying to like spoil business or anything, but because of experiences, like before you see out of all the agents that we spoke to, I would say it's just only two. Only two. Like the person we are our current house now, and one man that was really helping us, trying to help us get an apartment. Those are the only people that will say they were honest. But you see, most of the remaining people, oh my god, it was terrible. There was even one that we even got safe. And we're happy that oh thank God, we went to check the house. Even if the house needed some kind of this thing, but it was something that we could still chill, they would do it fast, fast. Then in between we started hearing that. oh, they were giving us, and the way they were doing, being secretive about the oh this thing, agents should be hiding something from the house owner, so it was looking like something fishy. I just feel like that was just the Holy Spirit trying to like save us, because I can't imagine if they are taking our the money. If I paid the money because oh, we want to secure this house on time, so that that person, because when they were saying that a lot of people have come to check the house, kiniko and all that. I say kiniko, the Yoruba girl in me and all that. Like the way they were saying it, like you guys have to people. We just felt like we were just like chilling. Like we actually had the money, but just felt like my husband was like, let's chill. I'm like, okay. Then suddenly when we went to check, we now took our mom that let's. My mom followed us like let's like an adult come and see where we want to. Like you get like so that maybe we just felt like well, let another just come. And about my house was also far. It was just like one bike from my house to the place. So when we got there, mommy was talking and all that. So the mama was like, "Oh, that was like the landlady herself." She was talking and she was like, she just gave us a number. Then we called her. Then we were just talking. I just feel like that was just God. We even said that doesn't even talk to her. Maybe she can even reduce the price and all that. So when we got to we called her and we're talking to her. And next thing she just said, "Oh, the house is this price." And we're like, "That is not what the agent called it for us. The agent called this house for us. Let's say the agent called the house for us like maybe 400, and the mama is telling us that the house is 550. I am not lying, like that's like the difference. It was like around 100 or 150 difference. And we're like, how would the owner of the house call the house this price? And the agent is calling the house another price. Like, what's going on? So the point here is when dealing with agents, guys, please be vigilant. Like, don't get carried away. Like I said, don't let your emotions rule you. Even as you want to get it settled, still be attentive. Let the Holy Spirit speak to you, because so many crazy things going on out there. Because I can't even imagine, to be honest, when we called that mama and she told us that we were very heartbroken, we were disappointed, we felt down because it felt like, oh, we've gotten the house, so nice, spacious, quiet environment, and all that. Like it felt like, oh, the house of our dream after all the stress, after the rubbish houses we've seen and all that. It felt like, oh, Jesus, God has finally answered our prayers. Then the next thing just feel like this thing is being snatched out of our hands. And at that point, we were tired, to be honest. Like, it makes mommy we cry. But to be honest, it felt like we had gotten to that point of God, please. I know, we didn't even know that we just started at that point. Like, it was draining. So, my mom was just like, imagine if we've paid this money, what would now happen? Like, what will happen? The agent now, and one thing about agents, once your money lands in their hand, you are trapped forever. That's the only way I can put the word, because they will start giving you excuses that oh, they've spent the commission and agreement. And what about it? Is that they give you your house rent back and your commission and agreement, the 150, the 100K that you pay is gone. Is gone. And that's what I'm saying. So that means as long as we've paid this money to this man. So now you'll not be saying, oh, you did not know. Like, are you serious? An agent that don't know how much the initial price of the house, if you are not a liar and it's not like you just want to scam people, so I was like, to be honest, we didn't go back there. We didn't go back to the agent. So the son of the woman started calling, and we just felt like, see, the drama in this house is too much. Like, this is already too much. So we just took our mind off it. They kept calling, we did not pick their calls because we're like, oh, we can't deal. We started looking for houses, we kept looking for houses, another agent, and all that. Then we got another place. After so much work, one afternoon, we got calls and all that. Sometimes my husband say, don't worry, I will go. He would go, he give me feedback. I'll be like, oh, God, please. So the next thing, that's how we saw another house. That house was very nice. To be honest, we didn't even enter, but outside, very nice. The environment, very nice. Location, very nice. We're like, ooh. Even we had to like go for what we didn't want initially, but we were like, oh, this house is beautiful. Let us just manage it for the meantime. Then that's what we just had. When I called, oh, get the key, we should go and see the house. So we just said one story, another story. At that moment, our heart got broken again, because it's like the second house in a long time of searching that we really like. They were disappointed, to be honest, like very disappointed, and we were feeling down. We just like, God, please. And at this time, when you stress, everything was also going on and everything and all. Then we went home, feeling down. And I think after that, it was one call, one house after the other. My mom went to check my houses. To be honest, when my husband called me one day when he went out, he told me that, oh, like, I will say it again, when people tell you they want this house, why will you take them to a place that is not up to the standard of what they already told you that they want? We really saw a lot of houses, like, and I'm like, how would somebody build a house like this? No conscience, no conscience. So my husband went to check one house. I told me that the kitchen is in the room. Ow. Like, every time I just want to imagine, I want to understand who puts a kitchen in the room. Nigerians, God. Like, how would the kitchen be in the room? I don't understand. Yeah. We saw it because we're looking for accommodation. So be ready, you're gonna sit in. Okay, there's another one again that we saw. Okay, nice. Even the place was inside. But at that point, you wanted to settle. And people are saying, oh, nice, just how much bike, how much pep, how much this, how much that. You will get it easy. You will get transportation easily from that, from this. Okay, let's try it. Then the only toilet that was there, the kitchen was fine. The parlor was spacious. It was very nice. Then the problem was it had only one toilet, and the toilet was not even outside. The toilet was in the bedroom. So if you have a visitor, every visitor has to enter the room to use themselves. Like, every visitor has to see how our room is. Where's the privacy? We had to let that one go. I was like, no, we cannot do it. Then you know how agents can be now. Then we started hearing, oh, we started hearing, and there's no toilet outside. They're not done building. Who are you lying to? You just have one toilet. I'm like, inside or outside, we're not even doing, like, honesty, transparency is like key integrity. I'm like, no, we're not doing, I beg, I beg, I beg. It was a lot. It was a lot. I tell you, a lot. Now that I'm gisting, I've calmed down. That's why I'm giving you this gist. When it was hot, I couldn't even take pictures or even make videos because that was the last thing on my mind. That was the last thing on my mind. Like, if not, I would have been showing you like proof. But that was the last thing on my mind, to be honest. Because I'm like, what is this, God, please? Okay, yeah. So to round up these videos, I have just two things to say. And people will surely give you suggestions, like, you and your partner will know what you want, despite or regardless of the pressure or how much you want to settle. I would say it. Hold on to what you want. Probably you wanted a two-bedroom and you didn't get it. If you are going for a one room and parlor, don't go lower than your standards, like what you want. Conveniency is very, very important, even if it is big for the meantime. Like, people tell you that, oh, go and take a room and parlor just because they want you to settle and forget the accommodation part. And you now start, because they're not going to live there with you. You and your partner are the ones who are going to live there together. So you guys should do what would actually, like, it's your home, it's your house. That is where you will keep coming back to every time you go out. So you don't want to come to a place where you're thinking, oh, I'm going to this house now, no light, bad road, and it was this person that advised us to take it. Even when they advise you, they will not be living there with you. So take people's advice, but see the ones that you don't need, regardless of who gave you the advice. Once it's not going with what you want, what your partner actually decided, to be honest. And lastly, one thing that I want to say that happened was, at one point, that was like 2 weeks to the wedding. Oh my God, we've not gotten accommodation. Like 2 weeks to the wedding, we've not gotten accommodation, and it was hurt. And during counseling, like, you can't get married. Redeem will never allow you to get married and take your wife to your parents' house. No, who even wants to do that? We are not Indians, please. And like, guys, you guys are just getting married. Like, why we want to stay with your parents? Like, even if it's a room, like, you guys need your privacy at that moment, guys. Yes, I understand things might be hard, but honestly, go along with me. Honestly, oh, nah, I don't even know how to pronounce it honestly. But honestly, you need your privacy, and so how am I even saying safe? So as I was saying, like, 2 weeks to the wedding, we've not gotten accommodation, and it was. Can you imagine the pressure? Can you imagine the pressure? Like, that 2 weeks, I'm supposed to have, like, taking my things to my husband's house, and I'm like, oh, I'm just chilling, focusing on the wedding. But at that point, there's no even house. Talkers of saying, I want to move my things to this place, and we're like, God, please. I remember at that point I even left home. I went to my auntie's place because all the wedding preparation, all the wedding, everything, constant argument and all that was getting to me. So I went to my auntie's place. I stayed there for as long as I needed breeze. I stayed there. So if you call me, if I don't want to talk, I'll not pick your call. If you send me message on WhatsApp, I don't want to respond. I'm not gonna respond. Yeah, I needed that breeze. I needed that breeze. So that was how when we give ourselves, when we give it to God, we decided to rest at that moment. Because I remember having that conversation with my husband and we're talking and it was like we both of us just got to the conclusion that see anything God wants to do at this point, like we have tried and we're exhausted. God just has to step in. Anyhow He wants to do it, let Him do it. And seriously, when we decided to rest and allow God do His thing, we were blown. And that was how we actually got where we are now, where we are staying now. And it's a very, very nice place, like very, very nice place. And the way it came, it was like just like a miracle. Like God even blessed us, favored us. Like we were on our own. We were chilling. We were on our own actually. Then we just asked to, oh, there's a place. My friend just called me. Shout out to Zenoli. Thank you so much. Just called me that so and so. I'm like, are you serious? Because I actually met this woman, but I would not have known that God is actually faithful. Like God is actually faithful. God is faithful. Like I feel like somebody's open door is like another person's open door. Like if God blesses somebody, it is definitely going to like reach a lot of people because that was how we got this place. Like that was what happened. That was what happened. God just came through and all the whole back and forth that we've been having about accommodation, that was how we just got sorted and we got this place like easily. We didn't have to like no agent had to like come tell us pretty fair and all that. Like it was very easy. So to round off, I'll just say, regardless of your own might not be accommodation, so whatever you might be trusting God for might not be accommodation, like as might be anything, like might be trusting God that you won't pass an exam, life partner, probably living one. You just feel like, oh, this person looks like he's the one, and the next year the person is married, or just one failed relationship after the other. And God is telling you to just chill, rest, regardless of what it might be. Like just rest, and you will see how God will actually come through for you. And yes, in another video, my husband and I will be sharing like wedding, like during the planning of our wedding, our experiences, and we want to advise you on how to like no experience or experience, like just make it easier for you. So I'm sure we're going to like point out accommodation, talk more on the accommodation, and just give advice on the accommodation thing. Yes, so we've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you picked something from it. Yeah, I hope you picked something from it. So thank you so much for watching. Until I see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Like and subscribe. Bye.